Now my list of historic places that fall into the haunted and historical realm. That would be Bell's Tavern. This place has been, burned down since the 1800s. Civil War days, this couldn't really make a return. But before then, this was a stop for stagecoaches, and eventually the railway come through here. And this place was famous for the brandy here and the fine food. People would travel from far around to just come here and visit Bell's Tavern, go to Mammoth Cave, eat them a nice little meal. But many of a night I've come up here and seen weird things. I've heard quite a few stories about the place. Some of y'all live around here. Y'all might have some stories to add to this. But it is a very interesting place. Now they've erected a gate around it, so you can no longer go up in the building. Legally, that is. But you can still see it was quite a complex. Now nearby here is still an old bed and breakfast that's still quite fine, very nice, but nothing like this building was back in the day. You can imagine it was quite the sight. I might even look up some pictures. I don't think I've ever looked to see what Bell's Tavern looked like back in the day. But it's in Park City, just sitting there. Old Kentucky limestone. All this stuff was dug out of the ground around here and built in place. You can see up there is some of the Pride blue limestone. Right there. Anyway, guys, that is Bell's Tavern, Park City, Kentucky. Now, Park City historically is one of those really interesting places. It was known as Stagecoach Junction back in the day, and this was it, you know, for miles and miles around. There really wasn't anything else. And I think after Park City was here before the cave, that was the nearest populace to Mammoth Cave. I could be wrong on that. But as far as that Stagecoach Junction, it was just a crossroads and roads where, you know, people on horses and stagecoach come through and stopped. There is a really old bank in Park City. You can imagine that was one of those banks involved in Jesse James and them robbing stagecoaches and things like that. Between here and Mumfordville was where most of the stuff had happened. Mumfordville was the nearest big town, and I think Bowling Green south of here was the nearest other big town. So maybe even further than that. So yeah, during the whole time while the railways carried rich people up here to the caves to visit, those are some of the people that Jesse James and them would rob. And I guess